Good morning, good morning, good morning. Come on in, come on in. Let me know where you are tuning in from, city and state or country. Let me know where you are tuning in from. If you're catching this live, put hashtag live. If you're catching the replay, put hashtag replay. Let me put this on so I can see what's going on. Okay, perfect. So if you're catching the replay, put hashtag replay. If you're catching this live, put hashtag live. We are live this morning. It is a blessing to be alive. It's always a blessing to be able to see another day and to be able to bless others, that to give them strength to let them know that they can keep going on no matter what. And that is my purpose in life. But we all have to find our own individual purposes. I want to say, okay, many of you guys know I am from Detroit. I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan. I kind of tell you guys that quite a bit. So I am from Detroit originally. I moved out to Atlanta, Georgia, about 4 years ago, and it's been exciting. I love Atlanta. I love Atlanta. I know you guys Falcons fans are a little bit upset. My Atlanta Falcons fans are a little bit upset. I am not a Falcons fan. I'll be transparent. I'm diehard Lions. I've always been diehard Lions. I don't care where I live, where I go. I'm always going to be a Detroit Lions fan. That's just embedded in me into my core. I can't change up. I don't switch up. I'm loyal. Okay. A lot of people aren't that loyal, but hey, Lions fans are pretty loyal people. Just being real. So I want to talk about last night. Did last night almost have you having, if you're a true Lions fan, only the true Lions fans understand what I'm talking about. But if you're a true Lions fan, last night had you on the edge of your seat and it had you saying, oh my goodness, what is going on? They are not playing like the Lions that, they've been playing like. "Ooh, did these people get in their head? The momentum is on the other side. What's going on?" You're almost like, come on, y'all. Y'all got to get it together. Okay. I can remember even some people were, some of my Lions fans, I saw them messaging and putting up posts saying, hey, I'd rather just go watch the Penguins right now. And I'm thinking to myself, Lord, y'all giving up on my Lions. Y'all giving up real quick. But one thing about Lions fan, they never truly give up. It's just sometimes you as a fan can become extremely, extremely frustrated. It happens. And sometimes in life, I want to talk about some different things. I want to talk about how that game can relate to life, business, and everything in true everything about your life. So about those Lions, okay. At the end of the day, it was a rough start. That first half was horrible to watch. I'll be honest. If you're a true Lions fan, you can probably put hashtag Lions and talk about how hard that was to watch that first half. I mean, it was interceptions. My goodness. I'm watching golf. I'm like, Lord, golf, come on now. You know what I'm saying? But it's a team effort. It really is a team effort. And to see them come out and play like that, it was hard. It was very difficult for most people to watch, just being transparent, unless you were on the other side. They were pretty happy to see it. Okay. Um, but it was very difficult to watch. A lot of times I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't look at this. It's hard. It's difficult. They're not going in strong like I'm used to seeing my Lions do. They're not putting points on the board the way I'm used to seeing them put points on the board. What's going on? I was kind of terrified for my Lions last night, especially with them being away. And one thing about Lions fans, if I must say, you guys are some of the best. You guys travel wherever you need to go for your team. Not everybody does that. Now, I will be transparent. A lot of people from Detroit, they live all over. They really do. So you'll have Lions fans in Atlanta. You'll have Lions fans in Houston. You'll have Lions fans all over. Hello, hello. I see someone giving me a wave. Good morning to you. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Let me know where you are tuning in from. But yes, Lions fans can be all over. So you definitely saw them in Houston last night. And I'm pretty sure while they was there, they were probably sitting in their seats like, oh my goodness, come on, Lions, come on. We're not all the way out here in Houston not to have us a good time tonight and see our team win, right? And I want to talk about how that relates to life. How many times in life is it looking bad? Is it looking bad? And you think you can't get a win. You're thinking, oh my goodness, this done happened, this done happened. I just can't get above water. It's like soon as I think I'm getting a little bit better, Here comes something else happening. Here's this mistake, here's this problem, here's this issue. How many times in life have you ever felt like that? Like, oh, here's another money issue. Oh, this is going on with my family. Oh, this is happening. I just can't get ahead. And I'm pretty sure the Lions was thinking during that first half, we're trying, we're doing what we know what we do, but we can't get ahead right now. We're down. It's looking scary. It's looking scary for the fans. It's looking scary. But guess what? When I say that Lions mentality, what am I talking about? What am I talking about? I'm talking about a team that did not give in and let their head tell them, okay, it's over. I mean, it ain't that bad of a loss. We'll be down 2 losses for the season. That's not that bad. We could take that. They could have said, okay, Houston did they got the win. I mean, it is what it is. We came out, we played hard, we did what we could. They didn't have that mentality. They did not have that mentality. They said, we are not giving up until the clock is on zero. So, no matter how tough it was to get over the hurdle, no matter how much they needed those 2 field goals to be able to really take it and win the game, to stay in it and to win it, no matter what. And my boy, come on, that field goal. uh, let me pace myself because that was a heck of a game. If you're a sports fan, that was a heck of a game, and it was, you know, one of those games that really makes you cringe, but really shows you the championship mentality, what it takes to really never give up and keep fighting. Keep fighting. Even when everybody else is, the commentators are even starting to say, this is not the Lions team we have been used to. And everybody's, even the true fans, let's be honest, even the true fans had a lot to say during that game. But the Lions didn't let that get into their head. The Lions didn't say it's over. The Lions didn't say, I'm going to throw in the towel. I give up. So many times, I talk to so many different people in so many different walks of life. And let me tell you, the number one thing people do as soon as they up. But I'm here to say, we're not giving up anymore. It's time out for giving up. We're going after it. We're going to fight with grit. We're going to keep fighting even when it seems like, why am I still fighting? Am I really going to get what I need? Because at the end of the day, what did the Lions do? They won. A win is still a win, no matter how you got there. That's what I need you to understand. In your life, in business, a win is still a win, no matter how you got there. You fought. Nobody remembers the fact that the loser, they don't remember that. They remember who won. They may not remember every single detail of what happened here and what happened there, but I guarantee you they know who won. This is your journey. This is your journey in life. Will you be like the Lions and say, even though I'm down, even though it looks bleak, even though nothing good is happening for us, will you say and have that aha moment and wake up and say, this is my time. This is my turn. We're going to go out there and we're going to crush it. No matter what, we're not giving up. We're going to go hard. We're going to fight for it. Are you fighting for yourself? Are you fighting for yourself? Do you believe in yourself? I'm telling you guys, I talk to so many different people that the first things that come out of their mouth, it sounds like doubt. Good morning. Good morning. I see you guys coming in. Good morning. Let me know where you're tuning in from, city and state or country. If you're watching this live, put hashtag live. If you're watching the replay, put hashtag replay. But I talk to so many different people, I'm telling you, and it's a lot of doubt. They don't realize what they're saying just sounds like just plain out doubt and fear. Doubt and fear. They usually go hand in hand. If you're doubting yourself, it has something to do with some type of fear. And a lot of times we don't have people to tell us to keep going. As adults, it's a whole different ball game. You're not a child anymore. You don't have mama to rub your back and say it's gonna be all right. You got this. Sometimes people transparently may be sleeping with the enemy. Their spouses don't even give them the encouragement that they truly need. All right, Michigan is in the house. Did you get a chance to watch the game last night? If you did watch the game, let me know what your thoughts was. Sometimes people are sleeping with the enemy. Their spouses don't even give them the encouragement they need. Sometimes you're literally fighting with them every day to where you don't get what you need out of the marriage, out of the relationship. And that's just being transparent. But we have to be able, as adults, we can't depend on anyone else to do it. We have to be able to look ourselves in the mirror and recognize the fighter inside of us and recognize that we can keep going, just like my Lions did. We can keep going despite all odds, despite what the score says, despite what the time is saying on the clock. Despite it all, we can go out there with grit and say, this is my life. I'm going to take control of it and I'm going to get to the win, no matter how hard it looks, no matter how difficult it looks, no matter how ugly it may look to everyone else. That win is coming for me. That win is coming for me. So when everybody else is counting me out, when my family is counting me out, when my friends are counting me out, when everybody's saying, "Oh, this isn't going to happen for you," you're still saying, "Hey, I got this. I'm gonna get the win. I believe in myself. I know what I have. I know what I can do." That's what separates you from a lot of people. That's the Lions formula. That's the Lions mentality that we saw last night. And I'm telling you, I remember my mom called me. She called me last night during the game. You know, my mother likes to, me and her have a great conversation. We always talk every day. My mom is like my best friend, just being transparent. So my mom calls me, the game is still on. I said, Mom, I'm watching the game. My mother is not a football girl. She's a girly girl. She's not going to watch football. She's not going to watch sports. That's just not my mom. Now, me, I grew up watching football and different sports with my dad, which is why I always told him, I took my dad to the Lions games before. I'm a very invested daughter into sports and into making sure that I have a great relationship with my father. And we have it a lot through sports. But my mom called me and said, Ina, she was talking about something. I said, Mom, the game is still on. I told her, Mom, the game is still on. She said, your dad told me it went off. Now, mind you, the game had not went off. It was still the fourth quarter, but because the Lions were looking so bad, my dad had even said, I'm not about to watch this. It's over. That's what he told my mom. It's over. He even thought they were going to lose. I mean, a lot of people, a lot of Lions fans, if we're being transparent, a lot of them were saying, it's over. We lost this game. And a lot of people were willing to accept that it was going to be a loss. And a lot of times, like I said, a lot of people are saying, well, our record is still pretty good. You know, it won't be that many losses for the season. But let me tell you something. The Lions didn't see it that way. They never saw it that way. They kept going out there. They kept doing what they could do. And guess what? They did what they needed to do to get the win. Hello, hello. I see some more hands waving at me. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, you all. Good morning. So they still went out there. They still made it happen. So when my mom told me the Lions game is, your father said it went off. I said, Mama, it's not went off. We got a whole nother quarter. I said, we got this. We got this. And even though I was saying it, I was a little skeptical myself. Okay. I'm being transparent now. I was a little skeptical myself, but I said it's not over though, Ma. The game isn't over. We got more time. And she said, all right, we'll talk to you later. And as the game went on, and as we hit that field goal to put us ahead and to win the game, he said, my contractor's here right now this morning talking about the game. I'm sure it was one of those games that will definitely be talked about. It's one of those games that had you like, what in the world? But we still got the win, okay? That field goal, I mean, and let me tell you something about that field goal. It was literally like this. That ball was so close. I'm watching it. I'm thinking it didn't go. I'm like, oh my God, he about to miss it. Because before he he kicked that field goal, I'm like, oh my God, come on, we need this. Come on, get us that field goal. Get us that field goal. I said, we in this position now. We got to put all the grit into this one field goal. I said at the end of the day, it'll just go to OT, but I was ready for it to close out. Okay. So I'm thinking, oh my goodness, please get this field goal. And when I watched him kick that ball and I saw that ball going closer and closer to the edge, I'm like, oh my goodness, we might not get this. But while my eyes was watching, that baby went through. It may have been close, but close doesn't matter as long as you get that win. Are you a Detroit lady? Yes, I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan. I grew up, born and raised in Detroit. born and raised in Detroit. So it's home team over every team for me. And it's always going to be that way till the day die. And that's honest to you. he's, he's trying to take my phone. Yes, so yes, I'm from Detroit. I love my Lions, and watching that field goal and watching him get it through and watching all the different players do what they needed to do. The defense held us up. It's not a one man game. When it comes to football, it's never a one man game. The defense held us up. When other players, the offense wasn't in that first half, but at least we stayed in the game and we made it happen. So that's what this message is about. It's about staying in the game. It's about never giving up. It's about having that mentality, the Lions mentality that we saw last night, to not give up, even when everyone else is giving up on you. Even when some fans were turning the channel to watch the Penguin. There were some people said, I'm not about to watch this. I might as well go ahead and watch the Penguin, which the Penguin was a great episode, by the way. If you watch the Penguin, let me know in the comments. But no matter what, some people said, I'm going to watch the Penguin. I'm going to do anything else but watch this game. But guess what? All those people had to come back in the fourth quarter and watch a crazy win. A team that came back, to make it a W, a win. That's grit. That takes perseverance. That takes your mind and your head to never give up. When so many people give up on themselves, will you give up on yourself? Be like the Lions. Never give up in Houston. Never give up in this life. Never give up in your businesses. Never give up. That's what this life is about. Never giving up. Even when it all looks hard, when it all looks like you're just not going to get that win, when everybody's turning their backs on you. Like they were turning the channel to watch that Penguin, when other people are turning their backs on you and they just don't believe in you and they're saying you this isn't, they're not going to win this. They don't got this. They're losing. And people will call you out. We live in a world where people will call you out. That person, they can't get right. They can't get right. They're losers. They're not going to win this. They don't got this. Let me tell you something. The strength of the Lions is magnificent. The strength of the Lions fans is a whole nother thing. We come from, if you're a true Lions fan, you come from watching your team go 0-16. You've watched your team lose, okay? You watched your team have games where they winning and all of a sudden something happens and then boom, we done lost the game. You've watched your team go through a lot. And to see last season and to see this season, it goes to show that you never give up. The Lions fans never give up. Never give up on our team. Who's ready to see a Super Bowl win? Who's ready to win in their life? Who's ready to win in their business? Who's ready to win? If you're ready to win, don't give up. Even when it doesn't look right. Even when you get scared or you may have fear, get that doubt out your mind. God gave you everything you need to be successful. You've trained for this. You're ready for this. Go to war and win. This is your life. Get that Lions mentality in you. Get that grit inside of you. Go after it. This is yours. Make it happen. Get the W.